Hi, welcome to another Friday Tips with Fenz down here at the Watts Factory on the south coast of New South Wales. Alright, so last week we looked into, I sort of outlined this small series of Friday tips with coming back from major injury and problems. And today I'm going to start to talk about maybe the breaking the processes down and coming back from and getting back onto the bike. So coming back from the injury and getting back on the bike. It might not be an injury. It may be that you've suffered some chronic fatigue. It may be that I've known riders from around the world who have had all sorts of things happen. Getting bitten by a heap of mosquitoes and getting a mosquito-borne virus that wiped them out for several years and causes huge detriment, to your physical and psychological well-being. But again, creating some simple steps will really help in the process of getting you back on the trail. So one of the first things that I said last week was to develop this bigger plan, the bigger picture plan, what you really want to focus on. Once you've done that, and once you've focused on that big picture plan, so for instance, for me, not on this particular surgery, but the surgery before, I signed up to do the Absa Cape Epic over in South Africa. 4 or 5 months previous, I was laying on a slab in hospital being operated on with a discectomy of my lower back. Realistically, what was the chances in five months' time I was going to be fit enough to go and compete and nearly try and go for a podium at the Absa Cape Epic in the Masters category? You wouldn't have thought a lot, but I focused on making sure that I was, and within a week or so of being out of hospital, I was on the ergo. Okay, and what I started to do was build small component steps. I knew before I went into hospital, I was actually cranking. I was in a really good form. I was in really good fitness. But the reality of it is you've just gone through a major surgery and therefore your body has taken a huge beating. So therefore you need to break it down into small components. And for me, that was 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. And I did a week where I'd do 10 minutes a day on the ergometer. Next week, I did 20 minutes a day. And that might sound really small. And I know for most people, the tendency is to want to go out there and smash it. Problem is then, you're very, very likely to either cause yourself another injury or to put yourself back another few weeks, get told by your doctor you're not allowed to go out and do it. So for me, I broke it down into very, very small components, and each day I felt that I was able to handle that a little bit better. So by the time I'd come through my first month, which was really foundational, and it was getting up to being able to ride just 1 hour a day, which eventually at the end of that month I was able to do, I felt as though I was a lot better, not just physically, but mentally. Because suddenly you're back on the road, you can see progression, you can see change. And that is hugely empowering to someone that is, in your head, you think maybe you're never going to ride again. Okay, in that period of time, I'd also come off of the painkillers. So I was on no more painkillers other than if I needed to take anything to maybe get to sleep, so just some Panadol or paracetamol, just mild painkillers. I was off of the nasties of the OxyContin and the nasty painkillers that you needed to wean off of. That's another big step forward because again, it's very easy for us to become reliant on painkillers to be able to deal with the pain. Coming off of them means again, it's another step towards progression. You're healing, you're getting stronger, you're getting better. Along with the cycling based stuff, I was then doing all of the exercises that the physio and the doctor had suggested. So I was trying to build up all of my core and glute strength to make sure that it was supporting the muscle wastage that I'd had while the back was really bad. Again, whatever your situation, if you think about it in terms of building small component blocks towards the end goal, is the way in which you're going to achieve those things. Okay, so after I'd got back out in the time, I then started to plug in smaller individual little races that I could do in the time between going out to do the Absa Cape Epic. So I remember turning up for my first local clubby, a little 1 hour crit, and it was hard. Hadn't raced hard for about 6 months really, so it was a real baptism of fire. But again, another stepping stone. I then set out a plan of attack to take me into the best possible condition to get out to the Absa Cape Epic. And again, they were by incrementally increasing distance, time, putting in more intensity. And I'll show you how that build works when we look at the data on today's plan at another one of the Friday Tips with Fenz. Again, I hope that helps, and I hope that helps you get your mindset on focusing on those positive things and on that end result and the end goal. All right, I hope to catch you out on the trail. Catch ya. Bye-bye.